Hi guys, Anthony Morgan's Training Academy. Today, the sting bag. The sting bag was given to me by C.J. James DeMille. He made a lot of these. He made a lot of different types. I've got probably 3 or 4 that he made. Interesting how some of them he made. He was constantly creating, constantly inventing training equipment, and that taught me a lot. Spending all the time that I did with him, how his imagination worked. Sometimes things didn't always work accordingly. Sometimes they didn't work at all. But he was always experimenting. Now, today on the sting bag, we're going to be working on a few different things. So I'm going to be showing you guys a few different things. One is the recoil, okay? The other one is convergence. Now, when you add both those together, so if you have this is what is called a sting bag. Now, the sting bag, there we have, working off this, you have sting, stun, and knockout. Now, out of all those three, there's a couple of really important points that you should think about when you're working on it. Now, a normal bag, if I do this, you see how the bag moves away? For this particular training, you don't want that, okay? Especially for the recoil. For those guys that are following the Wing Chun Do philosophy and the method, this is not what you want. You want to be able to, so on sting is just touching the t-shirt, okay? So if I'm here and I go here, I just want to touch. I just want to touch that shirt, okay? Just here, I'm just touching. Does it mean that I'm not full power? No, I am full power. But what changes that is my convergence. And I say convergence anytime that I'm here and I start to throw this punch, okay? It is here, okay? So I automatically converge when I throw that punch. That takes me to where the touch at max will be 1 inch, okay? 1 inch in. We never go past that 1 inch because of the recoil, because of that collision, because of if the guy's moving in, I don't want to push past that punch or past his head like a lot of guys train, With Sijo, it was always 1 inch max, in which would be the knockout. So if I hit, but then there again, you have the recoil. So now if I go stun will be like 1/4 to 1/2 inch in. So when I fire for stun here, okay, you notice it moves a little bit more, but it didn't blast it away. Now, if I go for knockout, which is 1 inch, and you'll notice that the bag doesn't fly completely away. So if I go for 1 inch here, you notice how the bag's still wanting to come back to me. So that's 1 inch in. Now, still full power. I'm still firing full power. Now, what prevents me from hitting my students full power is my convergence. I'm still firing here, still full power, but it's when I converge that I get maximum power. Okay, because now my body's coming forward. So if I'm throwing on sting here, okay, that's still full power. Now the second that I converge, now that sting from here becomes here. But I never lose my bridge. And I say never lose them, I'm losing my bridge. My bridge is always here, okay? My bridge, if I'm out like this, okay, I have no bridge, okay? If I'm here, I have no bridge. So this bridge has to be here. So as I fire, so sting is here, okay? Stun is a little harder. Now you notice I'm starting to work a little bit here. So then knockout is here. I'm still hitting hard, but you notice the bag is wanting to come back to me. And that's where the recoil comes in at. It's like every time Sijo would hit me, instead of knocking me back, it would be like, it was like he was knocking me to the floor, okay, instead of hitting me here, because all that concussion that he was hitting me with, that recoil, it's like I would bruise from the inside out, you know, because he wouldn't go in past an inch. So when he would hit me, it would just feel like I was getting hit with a ton of brick. And it would just, instead of just slamming me against the wall. Now, don't get me wrong, he did slam me against the wall on quite a few occasions, but it was different things that he would be working on. But as far as the sting bag, get used to trying not to knock the bag away. Just hitting it here. Just hitting it. Just hitting it. Okay? So here. I'm not trying to cast the bag away. And that's what I said, you know. That typically that's what you're going to do when you first start out. You just have to learn how to recoil. And that recoil is letting this go naturally. This is natural. Okay? Comes right back into elbow pocket. I fire this out here. I let it come back just to recoil. And so, sting bag. Great tool. I spent a long time on this sting bag. I keep it hanging in here. I don't work it too much with my students. Usually because we're working. We spend a lot of class time them working on each other. But great tool. You can make one fairly easy, especially, like I said, if you have a sewing machine. It's a good bag. It's not very heavy. It just has carpet foam. Carpet foam, just wrapped up and put in a vinyl sleeve. That's it. So anyway, guys, thank you for all the comments. Thank you for sharing my videos. And continue to subscribe to my channel. A lot of you guys have been mentioning to me that you can't find all my videos. So I think we've got 276 videos or something like that, or somewhere in that point. But if you just research my channel a little bit more, Morgan's Training Academy, you should be able to find them. But anyway, keep checking everything out, and thank you guys, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.